You might not know it from like looking at me through the screen, but I'm like a massive person. I'm like 6'3" and I've got a massive skull. So all these Christmas hats I'm having to like cut at the back to make room for my gargantuan head. Oh, the struggle is real. Very, very real. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now, if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Patreon, and I'll put the handles down below and over over there. Now, if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions. You can become a reaction, fast track reactions. There's patron only exclusive educational videos on there. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. So today we are going to go back and listen to O'G3ne. Now, I can say the name O'G3ne. The first time I listened to them, I don't research anything. I go in blind. So I called them some really random name. Can't even remember. But it was not correct. But we're going to go and listen to them singing an Andrews Sisters Christmas melody. If you're not familiar with the Andrews Sisters, they were a trio of singers from way back in the day. They sang like wartime music and they did close harmony. So I'm excited to listen to this. Let's just crack on. I've just realised through this like little Christmas series, I have done sets of 3 females a lot. I've done Destiny's Child. I've done Little Mix, I'm doing O'G3ne. Well, I guess that's it. 3, but still notable.
Jing, jing-a-ling, 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 what fun to hear the sleigh bells jingle. Jing, jing-a-ling, 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 they set your heart a tingle. Jing, jing-a-ling, 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 I love to hear our laughter mingle. Ha ha, ho ho, gliding through the snow.
Wow. Okay, so this is close harmony. I mean, I kind of knew that it would be because it's the Andrews Sisters that they're doing, but they are sticking very much to that close harmony formula. Close harmony is not an easy thing to pull off. You are singing notes that are so close to the people next to you that it's so easy to get pulled off your notes, things to go flat, things to go sharp, and they are really noticeable because all your notes are so close and blended together so well. You know, in modern days, we think about a third and a third and a third and a third, and that's how you build harmonies. This is much more compact and yeah, it just blows my mind. I love hearing close harmony. On top of that, this is really fast paced. There's lots and lots of words. There's lots of different onsets. So a lot of it's kind of staccato, some of it's legato. They're really using everything they've got to make this sound. And then they've got to make it sound effortless, which, you know, isn't the easiest thing to do, but they're smashing it.
Jing, jing-a-ling, 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 the bells have got the snowflakes dancing. Jing, jing-a-ling, 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 old dog is even prancing. Jing, jing-a-ling, 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 the night is made for sweet romancing. Ha! Ho! Through the snow we go.
Fantastiskt Löke.
Sleigh bells ring, I am listening. In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland.
I was literally about to go, hold on, there's a male singing here. They've got a track, but it's the guy that's sitting on the couch. This tends to happen a lot with Christmas music. You just can't help but join in. All these songs are universal. They've been around forever and everybody knows them. So thank you for putting the camera to him so I didn't make myself look like an idiot there. I mean, I already look like an idiot, but you know what I mean. This bit is a lot smoother. It moves a lot easier and they've got a bit more time to kind of blend out their sound. There's a lot more aspirate tone to this, a lot more air kind of going through. I think the one on the my far left, should be on the right on stage. I think, like I said in the last video, she kind of blends their voices together because she's got a really airy tone. You can hear it slightly in the faster portion, but you can really hear it here. They're just They're so good. Love them.
Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in the winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is person right. He said, are you married? We'll say no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in the winter wonderland.
Their voices and their styles, they bridge this gap between like pop, tradition and R&B. It kind of has this like little envelope that sits in between all these styles, and they just live in that space effortlessly. It's really nice. Kind of makes me feel like they could go and tackle a bunch of different styles and they'd still have that O'G3ne sound, but it would still kind of be applicable to the style they're doing. I hope that makes sense. That's very wordy. There's just a real kind of smooth sound with a lot of weight to it that they can then kind of mist up, and that together just makes this really nice, unique sound. I really enjoy listening to them. Also, I kind of recognise one of these people, and if I do, then I'll be surprised. Is that, I can't pronounce her name, it's like Trinidje Oosterhuis or Oosterhuis? I don't know how to say her name. I've only ever read it. But is that her? Let me know in the comments. Because if it is, then I've actually recognised somebody. Ha
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's on your night. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you awake or sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake.
Yes.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout. I'll tell you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Woohoo! That was amazing. That was so good. So that was O'G3ne. Oh, I'm stuck. Stupid hat. Let's try that again. So that was O'G3ne doing the Andrews Sisters medley Christmas songs. I will say it started very Andrews Sisters-y and then quite quickly moved away from that. Their harmonies are always quite close together anyway, but for me, close harmony has got that real tightness of sound, and it's got very, very, very specific elements. It moves very, very quick. It's kind of more playful, whereas this moved a little bit more into kind of pop R&B kind of territory, but still with absolutely amazing harmonies. I hope that makes sense again. I'm asking a lot of times if this makes sense, but I hope it does. With Santa Claus is Coming to Town, I like the way that they kind of attacked all their vowels from the top. Santa Claus. It felt like everything was coming over the top rather than it kind of building from under. They've got really nice ways of modifying their vowels to get the best sound for the piece at hand. I just think they're fantastic. Very, very good. Very, very good. I love the way that they took little pauses where you weren't expecting them, and they stopped sharp and they started sharp. It was like, ka, ka, ka. Really, really good. That kind of put them in with the band and turned it into more of like a piece as a whole, rather than them being at the forefront. They were like part of that big kind of orchestral sound. Really good. Really, really good. So hope you liked that reaction. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how are we going to buy this one? So all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me, and you better watch more, you better hit like, you better subscribe, I'm telling you why. because I'd really appreciate it if you did. Bye!